really don't mind Mondays. This week I want to talk about something that really bugs me. If you follow my social media accounts, you know that I am single. There's a lot of things that you say to single people that you don't realize how annoying they are. I compiled this list of things that you need to stop saying to single people immediately. Like right this fucking second. The first thing that I always hear whenever I like a guy or I'm talking to a guy, maybe they're not calling me back or they're not texting me back, is they're just intimidated by you. Okay, I get it. You're trying to make me feel better, as if I'm just so incredibly attractive that nobody could think that they could possibly stand a chance with me. Let's be honest, nobody has ever been single because they're just too fucking hot. The second thing that really gets on my nerves is, well, relationships are such a hassle anyway. First of all, the majority of people that say this are in a relationship, so who are you kidding? Yeah, that whole boyfriend thing really seems like it sucks. Dates and movies and having someone to come home to and text. Yeah, that sounds awful. The pizza guy's a much better boyfriend anyway because he's always at my door within 30 minutes of my call or less, or the pizza's free. People always tell me, what's the rush? What's the rush? Okay, well how about the fact that I have a very limited number of eggs in my body available? Let's face it, as much as you pretend like you don't care, women do have a biological clock. I know that's really thinking far ahead, but it's something that we think about. We do this math in our head. So if I want to be done having kids by the time I'm 32, I want 3 solid years of being married before I start having kids. That means I have to get married when I'm 29, and I want to be with the guy a couple years before we get engaged. So that means, like, it's just sadistic. Okay, so this one kills me. I love it when people tell me that I'm just too picky. Hey, shh. Excuse me for having standards. Most people have this crazy checklist of things that a guy has to meet before they're even considered eligible for a follow on Instagram. I'm not really like that. Most people just sort of want a mutual connection and a natural attraction, and I don't think that you should have to settle just because you're not finding somebody as quickly as you would want to. I have a very clear vision of what I want, and if you're not it, why would I waste my time? Is that rude? I don't want to sound rude. Personally, I think that you should wait for something actually worth waiting for. Another one that really gets me is any guy would be lucky to have you. Don't say that. What really kills me is when the person who says that to me is a guy. Any guy would be lucky to have me, just not you, right? This one is mostly from your friends and your family and people that have known you for a while, and it's, let me set you up. There's nothing more discouraging than your closest friends and family not even having the slightest amount of faith in you to find somebody on your own. They're just gonna set you up with like their random coworkers and stuff. No thank you. Moving on. Whenever you're with somebody or you like somebody and you're talking to somebody and it doesn't work out and you break up, everybody just swarms you with, well, he wasn't good enough for you anyways. What a slap in the face. That may be true circumstantially, but realistically, if somebody broke up with you, the chances are they didn't think that you were good enough for them. So just stop, you're hurting my feelings. Another thing I always hear is, he'll come along when you stop looking. That's just a really polite way of saying, you might want to sit this one out, sweetie. That gets really confusing, especially because the other half of the population is telling you, you gotta get out there and meet people. What have I been doing for the past 23 years of my life? Not meeting people? That leads into my next point of, now you can just focus on you. Hi, I've known me for 23 years. I think I've got the me part down. I know myself pretty well. I don't think I need to really focus on this anymore. So this one is specifically for my friends in relationships. They're with their boyfriends every Friday night and I'm out at the bar with strangers and they say, oh, you're so lucky. Like, I wish I was single. I'll tell you what, you let me take that sweet, handsome, caring man of a weight off your shoulders. We can trade positions. This one is the most cliche, probably the most overused, and the most annoying. There are plenty of fish in the sea. I guess that means that I'm just not good enough bait, but thank you for reminding me how huge the vast amount of people who don't want to be with me is. Thank you. Now, I want everybody to listen close and pay attention. If you opened up another tab, I want you to close it. I want you to turn your volume all the way up because this is the most important thing that I've ever said, at least in this video. The most annoying thing that you can possibly say to a single person is, oh my God, how can somebody like you be single? It's like you just sort of assume that the reason I'm single is that nobody's interested. No one ever entertains the fact that maybe I'm not interested. Maybe it's the fact that I have standards. Yes, it would be very easy for me to just walk out and find anybody and just say, hey, let's make babies, but that's not what I want to do. Another thing is, you guys read my comments on like my Vine and the people who are tweeting at me, and you say you have all these thirsty dudes after you. How can you possibly be single? You have to realize that these people commenting on my posts are A, probably nowhere near me, B, probably children, and C, probably just not somebody that I have a whole lot in common with. Stop saying that to single people altogether. It's really frustrating. It makes you feel like you just literally can't find somebody. Sometimes it's not that. Sometimes it's just that you're waiting for the right person, and that's okay. So there you have it, everybody. If you meet a single person, don't say those things ever. I will personally be hiding in a bush and I'll be waiting to punch you in the throat. If you're single and people keep saying something to you that really bugs you, leave it in the comments. I think that I should end this video with the one thing that you should say to single people, because it's true. You're good all by yourself. That's 100% true. You're awesome, and you're beautiful, and you're perfect, and strong! And if people don't see that, that's okay. Honestly, I'm very happy being single. I know that this video seemed really like angry and aggressive, but I actually really enjoy my life being single. If you don't follow me on Vine, Twitter, Instagram, I'm gonna link those below. I'm posting here every week. I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching. I love all of you very much.